doing a crunch for that entire scene. It was like...
Action hero.
Yesterday I was doing it on the bench and I slid myself down to get out of the crunch, and I found I wound up in another crunch. I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, I forgot my fucking earplugs. Ah.
It's like the fucking window at the station. Just...
Can we score that a little more? Charles won again.
Do it as quick as we can. Didn't know you were coming up for that. Thanks. Nothing's helping. You're falling asleep over there. Hand acting.
Yeah, literally like this.
Oh, that's a nice little heart. We're kind of making a triangle. Yeah.
Nice job, guys.
The freeze frame here is telling me why I have so many neck and back problems. And I really have to do some posture work.
You look like E.T. Hi, everybody. We're going to watch some scenes from our new movie, The RIP, and tell you what was happening behind the scenes.
Let's go.
Not seeing a crime does not exonerate you from its commission.
Not if it's in your fucking house.
You understand?
We're asking Sasha questions. We've come into her house. We are on the verge of finding a whole lot of money in the house, and we're kind of bracing her, trying to figure out what she knows.
AWTGG.
AWTGG stands for Are We the Good Guys? And the other hand, we are and always will be. You know, she's kind of giving me a little shit about them here, saying, you know, are we the good guys? She says, do you need validation that you're a good guy?
Do you need validation that you're a good guy?
As you watch the scene, you see periodically there's this dust that falls from the ceiling. It's one of the things I like about this scene. And so it kind of serves as like a reminder of the impending reveal of what that is. But there was somebody, you know, basically sifting dust.
On a ladder, dropping dust on us. And then occasionally, yeah, Joe would go boom from the monitor. Yeah, when there was a break in the dialogue.
He's a visceral director. He wants you to feel that.
Yeah.
When I asked you upstairs, how much was the Crime Stopper tip for? You said about $300,000.
This actually is based on something that happened in Miami. They did hit a house and find over $20 million in a wall.
You have not been yourself since we've been here.
So we're old friends and we've been partners. We've worked together for a long time. Once we find the money, my character starts behaving really erratically.
You think I want to jack this rip? Dude, I don't know what you're doing, man.
People who know our work know that we grew up together and have this kind of history, and I think part of the fun of it is playing with that in a movie like this, where you're not really sure where everybody's allegiances are, but you are aware that these guys have this connection, so you're going, which one of them's bad? Are they both bad? Are they both good? What the hell's going on?
And you were lying to me, and you were holding shit back. And don't tell me I'm imagining shit, because I've known you too long. It's a really interesting idea. Like, what if that person that you really feel so close to and so comfortable, like secure with, how difficult it would be to try to reconcile the idea that like maybe I can't trust this person. That presents like a really interesting dramatic opportunity to build a movie around. What is going on?
There's another tiny little detail. I'm standing with my hands up like this, which is something I saw on YouTube that some martial artist was talking about, like if you're confronting somebody to get your hands up. Because I actually don't know if he's gonna throw a punch at me, but I
didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm a little squared off and a little like I'm prepared for him to throw a punch at me because I know he's going to get increasingly upset by what I'm kind of giving back to him. This scene was born out of Joe's real, just true passion for blowing shit up. He was very excited to squib this entire building, and Steven and I were running for our lives through there with a lot of full load blanks in the weapons because Joe also really likes loud bangs. Yeah, I don't know how I missed him there. I mean, I really had him lined up, but you can see
harder than it looks. We're shooting on the run.
Well, but if you look at the actual angle I'm shooting at, I mean, I did hit the dish. But,
that's true.
But
later, put that in.
Yeah. That was a really great stunt. Actually, there was one roof that he really had to send it. He had sprained his ankle early. And in true stunt performer fashion, didn't tell anyone and wasn't going to complain. And so I think wrapped it, cortisone shot, and just went for it and nailed it. We shot down in Carson City to double for a cul-de-sac in Miami. God, obviously this is a night scene, which means you get there as the sun's going down and you leave when the sun's coming up. So shooting blanks, which are just as loud as regular live rounds, they were very kind to let us make a lot of noise through the night.
I have the pleasant memory of going home at 2 in the morning and being like, I'll see you later, Matt. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Yeah, Steven and I worked that night.
What we did do is go down and visit with officers in Miami, some of whom have like small parts in the movie. And that is actually what's, I think, for me, really valuable. What was interesting was getting to know the people that do that job every day and who they are and what their lives was like, because that's kind of what comes out in these kinds of circumstances, and it dictates how you react to this level of crisis, you know.
Yeah, spending time with them, watching just the banter, how they relate, massively helpful when you're trying to recreate that with a group of actors.
Are we the good guys?
Do you need validation that you're a good guy?
Watch our film, The RIP.
You can find it now on Netflix.
What was our friendship like in our Good Will Hunting era versus now? Much stronger.
Anchored, real, authentic. Why?
What's the key to making a friendship last for more than 40 years?
Well, when I approach making a friendship last,
We were both obsessed with this thing from an early age, which definitely kind of linked us up. It's kind of a weird thing in retrospect, like, because we came from a city where that wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
you know?
I didn't know that wasn't even an option. It's kind of a weird thing.
Fucking weird
Yeah,
kids.
presumptuous and nerdy and kind of out of it. The shared interest, like finding the job you like to do and that you do that with your friends, like really a nice thing because you spend so much time at work.
We used to share a bank account. Should all best friends share bank accounts?
We just did.
There
it
wasn't a
because
lot of money in the
yeah,
account.
shared.
If one of us had run off with the money,
Abundance. Yeah. It made for a big fraud investigation.
Yeah.
Who took the $11?
We might have ended up in small claims court.
We play rivals in the movie. What's our biggest real life rivalry? I think we're lucky, actually, to not have a friendship that's really rooted in rivalry. It's friendships that I see, relationships where they're so much driven by, like, yes, part of the friendship, but also whether it's one-upsmanship or rivalry. Like, I think it does drive people, but I think it's a kind of corrosive thing for your life, you know?
It's not a zero-sum game.
Yeah.
It was so brutal at the beginning. It was such constant rejection and humiliation, really, that I think, we were really rooted hard for each other.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we both wanted to get the part. Like, no doubt about it.
I want to get this part, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, but if I don't get it, I want you to get it.
Exactly.
I don't want somebody else to get it.
And there was never any doubt about that.
We got lucky, like growing up 2 blocks away from each other with the same interests and the same sort of, I don't know, personalities or whatever. Like having a friend and some solidarity makes it a much more kind of bearable thing, I think.
In the RIP, you accuse me of lying. Do you feel like you know when I'm lying in real life? That's a good question.
I you like to think you do, but like, who knows if that's real? Because how would I know if I didn't know? You know what I mean?
Right,
like, you've been lying to me all this time, and I would have no idea. You're actually Dickie Greenleaf. What career outside the entertainment industry would we be good at? I think we kind of do this and this. I don't know.
Kind of a one-trick
Yeah,
pony.
kind of. We're lucky. This turned out to be.
Well, we were
a career.
both raised by teachers, so that would have been a natural kind of direction to go.
But yeah, the weird thing about us is that I don't remember either of us really contemplating other careers, not because of some like arrogance like, oh, it's going to be successful. It just was like, I felt like we kind of approached it like, this is what we're going to do.
I think we felt like if we could pay the bills, then great.
Right.
And I remember thinking like, well, someday if I have kids, that's a different calculus and I'll figure that out then. But hopefully by then I'm working enough. And I think the business was telling us we'd get called back for stuff even if we didn't get the part. The business was kind of indicating like, yeah, you guys are in the right line of work, even though you're broke. Right. Remember when I got Geronimo and we rented the house in Eagle Rock, and then you got the TV show, and it was like, as long as one of us could
have a job, pay the bills,
we were good.
We were happy.
Yeah. When do you feel the most creative? That's a good question.
Sometimes when you've sort of the right idea and the right people you're working with and the right environment, and it starts to just come and feel easy,
I think when we're onto an idea like that, like we got our teeth in something that we think is really good, I find that like in the middle of the night, you know, when you wake up, or the first thing you think about in the morning, you know, because you're
You often have a lot of good ideas, like, you know, I woke up and I was just thinking of this, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I remember on Good Will Hunting there was a scene, I can't remember what it was, but I was in this motel room with my girlfriend at the time in Alpine, Texas, and I woke up at 3 in the morning with an idea. I went into the bathroom and was sitting on like the toilet or the corner of the tub scribbling at 3 in the morning, and I remember thinking, holy shit, this is happening. Like, this is the thing that I wanted to have happen. It's actually happening.
I think that's interesting though, like that the goal is to have the process be good and rewarding versus like, because like you set yourself up for the external goals. Like if the goal's it has to be that the movie gets made and it's you know, heralded or something. Well, you can't control that, and that's not a thing to kind of hitch your wagon to. But there's actually, I think, learned later, there's this much more satisfaction in that moment, that process of feeling like, oh, that I like this idea. And I remember that you telling me this story, and I remember later thinking, I should start writing shit down.
Yeah, Soderbergh said to me once, like 25 years ago, he kind of blurted out, like, there's no better feeling in the world than having a good idea. You know?
I know what he means. Yeah, I mean, the times you feel like that, it's like, you know, it's thrilling. How often did we hit the gym together for the RIP and what was training like? We actually didn't really go to the gym.
Not at all.
Zero. The answer is none. It's not a dad bod, it's a father figure, someone told me. I like that. I was like, all right, I'm adopting that. I got, what's the most famous person you've punched in a role?
I think I punched Leo in The Departed.
I think you probably win.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was a good one.
I don't think I had anybody
I
nearly
punched him.
I don't know how many people are more famous than
All right, craziest stunt. I am the anti-Tom Cruise. I'm like, let's let that guy do it. He's really good
Your
at that.
stuntman has done more
My
interesting
stuntman
stunts.
has done fantastic work.
The Bourne movies have, like, you know, still just the action in those movies is so good. There's a great shot with the camera's behind you and you jump like into a window or something. Was that was amazing?
Yeah, that's a guy named Kai. You know?
What excites you about making movies today that also excited you in the beginning of your career? Like, what parts of it are still as exciting as they were?
The whole thing excites me. I still love it. I know a lot more about it than I did when I started.
I feel the same way. Like that, the heart of what this thing is we do is like I still love it, and that is.
Well, that's like with, you know, with this movie, The RIP, like doing stuff together now that we've been at it for all these decades. Like that's just a certain kind of joy that I want to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know, it still gets me out of bed. It still makes me really I love movies, and it's just fun to make them with people that you love.
Yeah. You can watch The RIP
Only on Netflix.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joblo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.